Pacquiao! £146.8 for the Pac-Man, 146.8 for Manny Pacquiao.
That's our job. That's our job, to entertain the crowd, to give you a good fight.
Floyd Mayweather weighs in 72.9 kilos, 72, 900, 160.38 pounds.
Well, I've been here so many times before, and just the atmosphere, the people, it's a great turnout, and I truly believe.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao have reportedly come face-to-face in a tense early encounter ahead of their rumored rematch, immediately bringing their historic rivalry back into the spotlight. Both men appeared locked in, serious, and fully aware of the stakes, with the atmosphere turning visibly electric the moment they stood opposite each other. The brief meeting has only added more fuel to the anticipation, pushing excitement for the potential showdown to an even higher level.
I'm back because of boxing is my passion. I miss boxing, and I'm so thankful to God because until now He gave me the strength, keep me safe, and give me good health. That's why Manny Pacquiao is still here, and I'm back. Woo!
The last man who said I'm back was Michael Jordan. He came back and he won 3 titles. Are you channeling some of that?
Well, this comeback is dedicated to the Lord my God that I'm serving. I'm excited to the fight. I'm really hungry to win again the fight and give the fans a good fight. And I know, and I know.
Manny Pacquiao carried a composed and steady presence during the event, staying relaxed while still clearly locked in on what lies ahead. His body language reflected quiet confidence, signaling that he is mentally prepared for another major, high-pressure clash on the big stage.
From Manny, now Manny has a lot of experience, at the highest level and competing at the highest level, and that makes this that much more interesting. But like I said before, there's no blueprint on how to beat Floyd Mayweather, and he can tell you that himself. You're gonna have to take the whole room together. You're gonna have to put the whole world in the ring to beat me. I'm the best. Don't let them trick you into getting your ass whooped again.
He's older than me. I'm still young, so and I'm always active with this.
Despite earlier speculation suggesting the matchup might fall apart, newer reports now point in the opposite direction, indicating that the event is actually progressing toward completion. Boxing Scene has reported via X that Floyd Mayweather has accepted terms for a full professional contest, while Manny Pacquiao himself has stated that Mayweather has formally agreed to the conditions for their September 19th rematch. These updates suggest the fight is being lined up as a sanctioned professional bout rather than an exhibition. Veteran boxing reporter Lance Pugmire has also weighed in, backing the claims and noting that the agreement appears finalized, with both sides aligned and the long-awaited rematch now seemingly locked in.
The fight is on, right? So we've been discussing this every day for the past couple weeks because I think Mayweather is a brilliant marketer and has been able to get us to do that. And he's saying, this is going to be an exhibition, that it's not going to be at the Sphere. Meanwhile, apparently he was already signed contracts that already had some upfront money, and Pacquiao's response was always, well, you have a deal. You can't get out of this. This is a real fight. There's no reason to have an exhibition, which I think a lot of insiders would agree. But now we understand yesterday there was a deadline given by Team Pacquiao and Pacquiao Promotions, but we have a fight, right, Lance?
Correct. Manny Pacquiao reached out to me yesterday. We talked on WhatsApp, actually, and he said the fight is on. Floyd has come to the table. Everything's fine. We're good to go. I know Floyd has come out with a statement today saying not everything's done, and I'm not gonna look. I used to work for them, so I'm not gonna call fight hype Floyd.
Manny Pacquiao has firmly stated that Floyd Mayweather Jr. no longer has any escape route, stressing that the long-awaited rematch must happen as a fully sanctioned professional bout. He underlined the personal significance of the fight, making it clear that he is completely focused on finally resolving their rivalry inside the ring. Pacquiao also expressed strong belief in his own preparation and mindset, saying he feels ready for another chance to face Mayweather and showcase his abilities on boxing's biggest global stage.
He had no way to get out of that. He has to fight. Yes,
Is it going to be an exhibition or is it going to be a sanctioned match?
No. Sanctioned match.
Awesome.
Manny, are you happy that you're going to get the second opportunity? It seems like you guys are going to actually get in there again. Are you very excited to redeem yourself?
Yeah.
I know you spoke a lot about you were injured in the first fight and all, but what would this win mean for you in particular? Personally, you've accomplished so much, 8th division world champion and all, but what would a win over Floyd mean for you?
Oh, this is very important. I want to give him a one.
Is it a bragging rights thing for you, Manny? Like you can prove you're better. You can prove you're better than him. Is that what this is? It's about still showing you're better than him.
Teach him a lesson. I don't know. I think so.
Okay, how do you like the new gym? You own now the Mayweather gym. Now it's the Pacquiao gym.
Oh, I like it. I'm excited.
I heard the Mayweather promotion CEO say that if you guys have a successful rematch, there could be a third one. Manny, are you open to a trilogy?
What is that?
With Floyd, are you open to a trilogy? If they demand it.
With the rematch now officially locked in, Manny Pacquiao has reunited with his longtime trainer Freddie Roach, showing that his full attention is on the task ahead. Sources suggest Pacquiao has already stepped back into a strict, structured training routine, treating this preparation phase with complete seriousness. As the countdown to the massive showdown begins, he is reportedly pushing himself through an intense camp, aiming to reach peak physical and mental condition for what could be one of the defining fights of his career.
So soon I'm going to start training for Mayweather fight.
Robert Garcia has suggested a noticeable contrast in the way both fighters are approaching preparation for the rematch. He claimed that Floyd Mayweather Jr. does not appear to be training with the same level of intensity or seriousness, while emphasizing that Manny Pacquiao is completely focused and fully committed. Garcia described Pacquiao's camp as highly demanding, pointing out that he is reportedly training in high-altitude conditions, running through mountainous terrain, and enduring grueling workout sessions. According to him, Pacquiao is operating at an elite level in order to reach maximum conditioning ahead of the anticipated showdown.
Mayweather, people think, oh, Mayweather's out of shape, he's not training. I'll bet you deep in behind curtains, that is doing workouts. That's just to be in shape, to be able to box for 12 rounds. Mayweather's not killing himself in sparring. He's not killing his legs and running. But I bet you he's doing workouts that are not going to kill his legs and are not going to fuck him up when it comes to sparring. But I bet you he'll be in shape for the fight. And I bet you he's going to win by decision.
You think Mayweather's decision? Manny's motivated.
Manny's burning himself out. Too much runs like a fucking true champion does. But he's 48.
Mayweather's older, Robert.
Yes, but he's not doing the same workouts that Manny's doing. Manny's showing it to the world. Manny's running in front of 50.
But he looks good when you watch.
He's running hard and he's gonna. His body can't take that much. His body can't take that much. Mayweather knows his body can't take that much. That's why he's doing different trainings to be in shape, but to be able to perform and to be fast and.
Jose Ramirez, who has reportedly shared training sessions with Manny Pacquiao during camp, has spoken highly of Pacquiao's sharpness and energy inside the gym. He described the veteran fighter as still looking explosive and dangerous, with timing and speed that continue to stand out. Ramirez even claimed that Pacquiao has been dominant in sparring at times, managing to stop some of his training partners mid-session, a sign he believes shows the Filipino star's punching power has not faded. He also pointed to Pacquiao's disciplined lifestyle in camp, including steady road work and high-intensity workouts, saying these habits are keeping him in strong physical shape with elite-level stamina as he prepares for the rematch.
I had with them, I was his mate. I mean, I was going, 8-round sparring sessions, dude.
What does Jose Ramirez learn from Manny Pacquiao when you're in camp with him 3 times? What did you pick up from him?
Honestly, his work ethic, and then
the best work ethic.
The best work ethic.
No days off, no light days.
Every morning we used to get together and run. Even on sparring days, he runs.
With 20, 30, 50 people, even in
yeah, man, he has a lot of support out there.
That's amazing. It's like a movie. It's like Rocky.
We would go to the mall, and just because people knew we were his sparring partners, they wanted a picture with us. So
he's the man.
He had a lot of fans.
He's so humble, though. He doesn't know he's Manny Pacquiao. Very down to earth.
There was always like a crowd of 25 to 40 people outside the gym, from ladies to kids, just waiting for him. He just give them all money before he walked in.
Yeah, he's very generous.
And
he's very humble. He doesn't let the fame change. Like you never let the fame change you or nothing. You're the same person I met when you were a kid. But what did you learn boxing?
Manny Pacquiao's sparring work is reportedly still drawing attention for its high intensity and professional focus, with those around the camp noting that he approaches each round with full commitment, almost as if it were an actual fight. Training reports suggest that his power remains evident during gym sessions, with certain sparring partners finding it difficult to maintain the pace when he turns up the pressure. His approach to camp continues to reflect strong discipline and a proven championship mindset, blending quick movement, sharp timing, and explosive combinations that still pose problems for elite-level opponents. Despite his age, observers say his competitive drive and fighting spirit remain fully alive and unchanged.
What made Pacquiao very dangerous is that, he was very explosive. So there was punches that he just throw, he just throw, and all of a sudden, boom, boom.
Yeah, you don't see it coming.
It was that unexpected power. But it was put together by a combination of punches too. So
his feet set it up.
He had a heavy hand, so he used to slam his punches really good and pinpoint his shots really good. So he used to go to the top, body, back to the top, and the second one was just boom, one punch.
What's the craziest thing you've seen him do in the gym, that sparring partner, not you?
Oh, brother, I was lucky not to get hit by one of those left hands, but he dropped
everybody.
Every camp, he would drop one fighter, one sparring partner.
And that's it?
Clean.
And they don't come back next camp?
Manny Pacquiao has confirmed that he will be returning to the gym of his longtime trainer Freddie Roach, a clear sign of his serious commitment to the upcoming rematch. He is now shifting his attention toward rebuilding his physical conditioning, refining his technique, and sharpening his overall performance. With preparations officially underway, Pacquiao is working to regain top form as he gears up for what is being described as one of the most highly anticipated fights of his career. Paulie Malignaggi and Lance Pugmire have weighed in on the ongoing confusion surrounding a possible Floyd Mayweather Jr. versus Manny Pacquiao rematch, pointing out how mixed signals from both camps have only made the situation harder to read. Pugmire highlighted that Mayweather has yet to issue a clear, official confirmation following earlier exhibition discussions, leaving fans without a definitive direction on the fight status. In contrast, Pacquiao has maintained a firm stance, repeatedly emphasizing that the bout should only proceed as a fully sanctioned professional contest, or not happen at all. The conversation also underlined a growing imbalance in communication, with Pacquiao taking a more vocal role in shaping expectations, while Mayweather has stayed relatively quiet, further deepening the uncertainty around whether the matchup will truly materialize.
Pacquiao made announcements. No, they're not going to be
today. I have come all this way to talk to him. Is he going to talk to me? I don't know. And then finally, at the last minute, hey, what do you need?
Paulie Malignaggi pointed out that the current confusion reflects a pattern often seen in Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s communication style, where even well-connected reporters like Lance Pugmire can find it difficult to get direct, clear answers during ongoing negotiations. He explained that Mayweather usually keeps discussions and announcements tightly under wraps, allowing very little information to leak until he personally decides the timing of a formal reveal. Antonio Tarver also added that Mayweather's business mindset is extremely strategic and competitive, often centered on maintaining full control over negotiations, financial terms, and how the narrative is presented publicly. Even with the continued uncertainty and delays, The discussion suggested that a Mayweather versus Pacquiao matchup still feels likely at some point, with the belief that any final decision will ultimately come on Mayweather's own schedule and terms. Manny Pacquiao has argued that an undefeated record alone is not enough to define true greatness, indirectly challenging Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s self-proclaimed GOAT status. He noted that boxing history has seen several fighters retire without ever suffering a defeat, meaning that accomplishment on its own is not rare or decisive. Instead, Pacquiao emphasized his own career milestones, pointing to his unique achievement of winning world titles across 8 different weight divisions and capturing championships over 4 separate decades, spanning from the 1990s all the way into the 2020s. He also stressed that he prefers to let his accomplishments define his legacy rather than rely on public self-promotion, while still leaving final judgment to the fans. Regarding a possible rematch, Pacquiao made his position firm, stating he has no interest in an exhibition format and insisting that if the fight happens, it must be a fully sanctioned professional bout where both fighters compete at full intensity with real stakes on the line.
Defeated fighter, and you are. What I can say is like he's a self-proclaimed GOAT.
Right.
Self-proclaimed GOAT because he can't even claim in which part that he can claim that he's the only. He cannot claim that he's the only undefeated fighter who retired. There's a lot of fighters, at least more than 15 fighters who retired undefeated. So, but I can claim with some of those. The only 8 division and the only fighter who became a world champion in 4 decades, 4 different decades. 90s, 2000, 2010, 2020. So, but I'm not raising my own chair. I let the fans decide.
Your chair high. Your chair is high already, man.
I mean,
that's it. And you came 1 point away from having a belt in the 2020s. Oh no, you already had a belt in the 2020s.
2020, yes. Sir.
Yeah. So, pardon me. Yeah.
Yeah, sir.
Sorry. Yeah.
So that's 4 decades. You know,
that's pretty good.
Jazz Mathers has stated that, considering the enormous financial value and worldwide attention attached to the event, it is hard to imagine either party ultimately stepping away from the agreement, particularly with a major platform like Netflix reportedly involved. He suggested that Floyd Mayweather Jr. is strongly driven by high-level financial opportunities, and believes that once all contractual details are fully settled, the momentum should naturally push the deal toward completion. Mathers also pointed out that negotiations are currently being managed through legal representatives instead of direct discussions with Mayweather, a factor that has made the process more complicated and slower than expected, even though progress is still being made. He added that the talks are operating under a firm deadline, increasing pressure on all sides to reach a final agreement. Despite the challenges, he expressed confidence that the deal will eventually close due to its major commercial potential, while also acknowledging that if negotiations collapse, backup plans and possible legal steps could still come into play.
It's about money. And all that Floyd needs to see is, whoever is managing or representing Floyd today, I personally...
It's hard to keep track.
It's hard to keep track. I don't know what's going on over there.
Have you been in negotiations over the past week since Floyd started backtracking?
The attorneys are.
So you, not and who are they? They're dealing with Floyd's attorneys, not Floyd, correct?
Correct. We're dealing with attorneys. I mean, he's communicating with some of the other the production partners and such. There is direct conversation and stuff happening, but they just have to see the light as to the platform and the size of what Netflix is and what all opportunities it can bring.
So, Jazz, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
What is the deadline? Obviously, Netflix already announced that you have to... What is the hard deadline to get this resolved?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, what
14,
time?
14. End of business day.
End of business tomorrow.
Yeah. And we're getting ahead. We're getting ahead. As long as he's got smart people around him that can see the size of the opportunity, then they can make him a lot of money. More money than he's made in the last 5 years.
Wade Plemons highlighted the potential risk of marketing the matchup as a clash between 2 GOAT-level fighters, referencing Manny Pacquiao's status as an 8-division world champion with an already historic legacy. He explained that although both men remain global boxing icons, neither is operating at the peak of their physical careers anymore. Plemons pointed out that Pacquiao, even at 46, still demonstrated he can compete at a credible level in his bout against Mario Barrios, showing flashes of his trademark speed and activity. At the same time, he acknowledged that Floyd Mayweather Jr. has remained active through exhibition appearances, including bouts with Logan Paul and John Gotti III, where he has continued to show sharp defensive skills and reflexes, even if the level of opposition has not matched the intensity of his prime professional career.
Be the two GOATs, like Manny Pacquiao, 8-division world champ. What are we talking about? And he doesn't necessarily look like that, but I will say Manny looked decent enough. I get 46 years old versus Mario Barrios, so he still got it at least to some degree. And we've seen Floyd in these exhibitions, you know, with Leah Gotti's stepbrother. If you know, you know. John Gotti III. We've seen him against Logan Paul. We've seen him in these Deji, these exhibitions where he still has his reflexes. He still can fight, but oddly enough, this might be a hot take. When I watch it this second time around, you know, Manny had the shoulder issue the first time in 2015, and they were still at the top of boxing, but their skills were fading. But this time around, them being a little older, a little slower, you may get a better fight out of it. Not necessarily a better looking aesthetically or higher skilled, but you may get a better, just a generally better fight. And again, you do something like this because it was, at the time, and still is, the most watched behind pay-per-view fight ever. They generated 600 million.
Wade Plemons noted that even though Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Manny Pacquiao are no longer at their peak form from the 2010 or mid-2010s era, that natural decline could actually shift the dynamics of a potential rematch in an interesting way. He suggested that while the fight might not deliver the same level of technical perfection seen in their prime, it could end up being more aggressive and action-heavy than their original encounter. Plemons also emphasized the enormous commercial power of the matchup, recalling how their first fight generated record-breaking revenue and became one of boxing's most significant global events.
Netflix, which doesn't, I mean, yes, it has a paywall, but it's not pay-per-view behind that. You're going to get a lot of people that tune into this thing once again, just for that last go around, that last ride off into the sunset. So I listen, I don't think we're going to see anywhere near the skill that we would have seen had this been 2011, you know, 2010 when it should have happened, but we still are going to get a decent enough fight. And I get both sides of the argument here when you're talking about, do we want to see it? Is it really good for the sport? Do we really need to see it? Are we going to have a better way of building the next generation of fighters to where we don't have to rely on these big one-off, you know, exhibition type fights? I get all that and I hear it all, but I also think there's something to be said for if guys still have the ability, if they still are with it mentally and physically, and they still can draw a crowd, who's to say that we should stop them from fighting? It may not be the best look that this is who you get the biggest viewing numbers for, and that should be an indictment on boxing building its next generation.